What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link is in the description box. Also, they asked me to put it up. I put it up. This video is entitled Why Black Love is So Hard to Find. All this stems back to the male and female dynamic, right? Well, let's just put it out there from my perspective. We're not taught to love each other, respect each other, and have each other's backs. So it's hard to love is hard to find when you're taught to hate somebody. Like I got this little on my Facebook, this little girl Madison or something, and she was sitting there talking to her mom, and she's like, "I want a little boyfriend like me," and I was like, "Why, Madison?" She said, "Cause I like boys." You don't see too many women that like boys when they're grown. So it's hard to find black love because you're dealing with two genders who might have liked each other as kids that as adults don't like each other no more. They just don't even like the opposite sex. They may like, you may like the men may like the sex part of dealing with women, and women may like the gifts part of dealing with men. But as far as liking each other, there is no like there. And because there is no like and there is no love and there's this taught animosity, black love is hard to find. Because the only thing you love is what you're getting from a person. Nobody, brothers, we have a culture of where we were taught chivalry, but chivalry turned us into simps and to a more extreme degree MGTOW. Because we're doing things for women who look at our gifts and advances and our actions to show love to them as sucker moves. I'm getting that's the land of opportunism. And then it's like, okay, so I was a fool for caring about you. I was a fool for loving you. I was a fool for doing a kind act towards you, right? So at that point, guys are like, I'm not doing nothing for nobody. I'm not doing nothing for none of y'all because y'all don't appreciate nothing. And this is how, and then you got women telling you weak, you a sucker for not being a sucker or doing stuff for me. And it's like, and on the flip side, as a man, I mean, women don't do anything for men. Y'all really don't do nothing for us. I mean, a lot of y'all date Pookies and Ray Rays on purpose for your own ego edification. So you can say, I did this for a man, but a man who's really got it together, if a guy's really got it together, you're not going to do nothing for him. You're not going to cook for him. You're not going to clean for him. You're not going to buy him a gift. You're not going to buy him tickets to his favorite artist or his favorite team. You're not gonna get him a birthday gift that's worthwhile. You're not gonna get him a Father's Day gift if he's a father that's worthwhile. Christmas, he gonna get some janky gift. You're not gonna do anything to say you're thinking about him on Valentine's Day. He gotta buy you stuff, and all you gotta do is get naked if you want to get naked. So ultimately, the guys know they're not gonna get anything from these women. So that's why a black love is hard to find because for most guys there is nothing. For most black men, you see women put more effort in a lifetime. You see more black women of a certain era put more effort into their hair than they do their men, to their nails than they do their men, to their education than they do their men, to their careers than they do their men, to the kids that they've had with these guys than they do them, to if it all falls down to God, if they do their men, and then trying to talk about the man is the head of the household. He ain't even in your top 5. Mama might come next, or daddy, and you see your man is at the back end of your list of important things. So men are looking at it like black love is hard to find because black women aren't even taught to put black men first at any point in life. That's insult. If you put a black man first, you become a pick me, and that's insulting. What kind of woman would actually put her man first? But that same woman wants her man to put her first. The logic is ridiculous. The other thing is, we got a culture where both groups have an issue. You got, and this is my opinion. You got a group between a certain age that the vast majority of them you could just write off. You got a bunch of men who don't know how to be men, who are learning. You got a bunch of men who are men and who are vilified for being men. So they're the men that everybody wants to be, but they're the men that everybody hates because they're not men yet. And you got a group of men, I keep saying men, but whatever. Then you got a group of men who know what it takes to be a man, but don't want to. But all of these men want to be the boss, but only a certain demographic of them paid the cost to be the boss. And juxtapose this with, you got a group of women who don't know how to be women. And they're learning how to be women, just like the men are learning how to be men at ages that they should know this stuff by now. Then you got a group of women who are women, and they're vilified by the women for being women, even though the women want the results that these women have in life. They're vilified, right? And then you have the women who don't want to be women whatsoever, but it's the same thing. Everybody wants to be the boss, but only a few of them paid the cost to be the boss. And what I mean by that, the few men who accomplished all the rites of passage and became men in a masculine sense, and there are a few women who accomplished all the rites of passage and became women as in feminine women. Everybody else is just playing. Another reason why I say what I'm saying is because people are playing. Like, there's a lot of people out here who just playing games, and they're wasting, and they think wasting other people's time and other people's life, playing games with them is cute. And what's happening is people are checking out in large numbers because nobody wants to play games with you anymore. Like, you're too old to be playing games, but for some odd reason, you still think it's cute. Like, I ran across too many adults I've run across too many adult women who think like children, who's still in high school with their tactics, who's still in college with their ideologies and tactics, who still think they're young and hot, doing this. I just became grown, just got out of college. I'm doing the club culture thing, and it's like, if I'm about to be 39, I don't want to date no woman around my age group, older or younger, who still thinks like she's in her early 20s. I ain't got time for that. So this is a problem. And then girl, I talked to a friend last night who saw something that I made, a post that I put up on my Facebook about the chick that said she wanted to be married, but she wanted to live in separate houses. And she thought that made sense. And one of my friends hit me up. privately, like, I didn't see nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm abnormal. And I was like, no, you're not abnormal. You stupid. Like, she's in her mid-30s. Still thinking what this dumbass chick said, which her agreeing with it was, I didn't see nothing wrong with that. It's just abnormal. If I would have put this girl's life story on blast on this video, you would say she's stupid. You know, because this is an issue. People take these dumb ideologies and make these stupid decisions and be like, it makes so much sense. No, it doesn't. You know, the same thing with some of these guys with player culture. When you take player culture too far, you know, you don't even know why you want to be a player no more. You just think being a player is a thing to be. You know, I can't never settle down. I'm always have multiple women. Fine. You never settle down and you always have multiple women. But if you're going to play that game, I do not want to hear your mouth when you get played or when your woman has another man. See, I could do it, but she can't. No, that's not how the game go. See, this is the point that I'm making about what's going on. And these people are playing games, but they want to have these unilateral rules. The rules to the game ain't unilateral. The game don't love nobody, and the game ain't gonna be special for you. That's the gist of it. And this is why, you know, black love is hard to find, because everybody wants to play a personalized game, but realize some people aged out of playing games with your dumb ass, and the game wasn't made for your dumb ass to think you special and you get to break all the rules in it and just to come back. You get what I'm saying? And ultimately, at the end of the day, why black love is hard to find, because you actually think you actually think you can do dirt and get flowers. You do dirt, you're gonna get dirt. And a lot of times people have a hard time, you know, when it comes to love, because what's going on is people want to do all the dirt they want to do, and then all of a sudden find love. How you gonna do that? And what principle of life does that really work? I'm gonna be I'm gonna completely waste my time, and I'm gonna be a complete rebel, but it's gonna all come together in the end. I'm not gonna put in the work to be a better person, but I'm gonna be a great person in the end. I'm gonna pay it forward with destruction in my life, but in the end, I'm gonna find love. This is why it's hard to find, because people got this dumb ideology, you know. And the truth is, before I go, because this is longer than I wanted it to be. The truth of the matter is, a lot of us still see ourselves as young, and we're not. And we still think we got time. And the same people we used to make fun of on the corner, that's winos and drunks and drug addicts and old people getting their Al Bundy on, reminiscing about Polk High days. That's who we've turned into. Oh, I was the prom king or the prom queen, the homecoming king and the homecoming queen. You know, I was the big man on campus. That was 20, 30 years ago. But you still see yourself as that. I was the finest chick at the club. That was 20, 30 years ago. 15 years ago. But you still see. Have you took a good look in the mirror at yourself? Do you even look like you used to look? Are you at where you need to be in life? Or are you stuck in the past because you ain't really done shit? And this is where, you know, why black love is hard to find, because you can't accept who you are in life, where you are, because everybody's living in the past of their past accomplishment, their past ego. Life is just like Shannon Sharp would talk about football. You gotta update your resume daily. And some of y'all living in an old ass resume, want new results. This shit ain't gonna happen. We out, man. Peace.